Hello and welcome back. I know I haven't uploaded a video in a while. I've just been a bit busy recently, but today I'm going to bring you some Rome Total War, one of my personal favourite games ever. I'm going to be starting a new game, so let's just go into the campaign area. Now, recently I've had to buy the Steam version because I used to have the old disc version before Steam, and so I've only unlocked Carthage as another playable faction, because once you complete the game or destroy certain civilizations, then you unlock some of them. But there's also a I suppose a hack, more than anything, that you can get any faction in the game. It's just no battle time on it. So today I'm going to play the House of Julii. They're the easiest. They fight against the barbarians of the north. They start here where this red area is here, and then pretty much the easiest way to expand is up to the barbarians of the Gauls, Germans and Britons and Spaniards. So I'll do it on medium difficult. Actually, I'll do hard. Probably gonna get completely destroyed on this, but here we go.
Gods, I hate Gauls. My grandfather hated them too, even before they put out his eyes. Did you think I'd be out here on the frontier without good reason? Yes, Rome needs a strong frontier. No, Rome doesn't need unwashed barbarians at her gates. So, that's why I'm here, the leader of the Julii, to bring Roman order to stinking Gauls. Revenge? That'd be good too. This war against the Gauls won't last long. And when it's done, I've got plans. This is all about power. Power in Rome. Going down that road means dealing with all my rivals. The Senate, the Greeks, those Carthaginian elephant riders, the Scipii and the Brutii families too. After all, the man who controls Rome rules the world. And one day, I will be emperor.
There we go, that was the opening cutscene. In that he mentioned the families of Scipii and Brutii. They're the other two great families of Rome, I suppose. Okay, we have and we have Senate assigned missions, which are usually to attack a settlement or to blockade a port. Now I'm just going to quickly toggle a fog of war off, just for the purposes of this video, so you can all see all of the map and where everyone is. So I've started with just these two settlements here, Arretium and Arimium, or whatever, something like that. It's yeah. Now the mission that you just saw us get is to take Segesta, and yeah, here is the House of Brutii here. These green settlements here, you can see on the map there's green, and then House of Scipii here and here. Now we start off as allies with both those families and Rome itself, the Senate. Now once we've claimed enough settlements, we can actually attack Rome and the two other families, but it won't allow us to attack just yet. See, attack ally, the tick buttons cancelled out, so we can't do that just yet. Only when we get enough support from the people. But yeah. And over here we have Gaul, Britain, Germany. That'll be my main enemies in this, and also Spain over here. Now, I believe it's something like 40 region or 40 settlements that you have to capture before you have to before you can actually claim Rome and attack your allies. Each region has just one city in it, and you have to capture that city to claim the region. Like Retium has, you can see there's a small line there showing the border between my two settlements, and then a thick line showing the borders of the area that I own. Okay, well, I suppose we'll get to it now. They give you a few troops to begin with, 2 small armies and such, and a few troops in your settlement. Now you have to build stuff in the settlements to be able to recruit troops and, you know, have the settlement better defended. Like a wooden wall. The wall system goes from a palisade to a wooden wall to a, and so on and so forth. I can't remember the exact names of them, but yeah. Each level of the wall is harder to attack, but the better the wall, you have more siege equipment to attack. And I'll get to the sieges later, you know, when we attack up here in Mediolanium and Patavium. But for now, let's just go and take Segesta. And also, like, you have stables here. We can't just yeah, barracks. If you upgrade your barracks, then you'll have better infantry. If you upgrade your stables, better cavalry, and then upgrade your archery range, I suppose, you'll have better ranged units. Okay, and here it says enables training of, and you have Town Watch, Hastati, and then Equites and War Dogs and Velites. Some of the most basic troops that the Roman families have. So yeah. Right, I'm gonna, the Triarii are spearmen, so I'm gonna pull them back to that settlement to keep them in there, to keep them safe, because I don't want to send them into battle yet, because they're quite valuable. And I'll combine those two armies. I'll send the archers back as well, because we don't get them till later. And let's go and attack Segesta. Okay, now, as you can see, there's this green area, and that's the area that your troops, the selected troops, can march in one turn, and that is affected by what type of troops there are, how many troops there are, and stuff like that, and how much they've already marched in that turn. Okay, so the general's unit, which is that one, is always a cavalry unit, so they have a larger range than a infantry. So yeah, I can't really move anyone yet. I'll just recruit some more troops. These are the troops I have available to me at the moment. Now, peasants are terrible. You can only really use them as a quick defense, quick and cheap defense if you need them. Then there's Town Watch. They're kind of okay at the start of the game. Again, they're cheap, but like, and quick to train and stuff, but are still not very good. Then you have Hastati, which are, again, they're quick to train, but they cost more. Okay, but I'm gonna train an army to attack either up here or go and take this island here. So I'll just train, say, 5 units there. Now I can't really do much else in this turn, so I'm going to end the turn. Okay, and this is the diplomacy screen. Now Gaul is offering us some trade rights. Now I'm going to accept that because then I'll be trading. I'll be able to get more money from them. That's the only thing I'm going to do. Now I can offer them all of this and demand from them all of this. Now an alliance, that just means that they'll come and help us during the war if I ever declare war on another faction, but they won't always help us because they might be allied to that nation as well, the nation I'm declaring war on. So then they will choose a side, basically. I can cancel the trade rights. Obviously that's cancelling trading with them. I can ask them to attack somewhere, attack a country. I can give them one of my regions. To be honest, I don't really see a benefit of that, unless you're trying to make some money there and then, in which you can give them a region for money. But don't really see much point in that, because you will just make a trade agreement, it'll last longer. We can pay them. Now, make a single payment just basically means give them a payment now of, say, 1,000 denarii. That's the money in this. Or a regular tribute, and that means give them, say, 500 denarii over 2 turns. Or say like 100 denarii over 10 turns. And then map information, that shows you the area of land that they've discovered. Okay, which isn't any use to us right now because we've already we've unlocked the entire map anyway, because we've removed the fog of war. Now, to go to the diplomacy screen, you need a diplomat. Okay, you can train them in the recruitment tab just there, and you send them wherever you want to send them. Now I am actually going to send them up to Germany, well, this guy up to Germany to get a trade agreement. So then I'll trade with them while I'm at war with Gaul, and then I'll get a trade agreement, possibly an alliance with Britain, because, or Britannia, so that, you know, they might come and help if I ever declare war on Germany or something. But for now I'm gonna take over Gaul, possibly take over Spain for now, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so let's attack Segesta. Okay, now this settlement doesn't actually have a wall around it, so we can attack it straight away. But if it did have a wall, then we'd be able to either construct a battering ram, ladders, a siege tower, or like a I can't remember what they're called, but you send your troops in there and they dig underneath a wall, which makes it collapse. Okay, so we can attack straight away as there's no wall around it. So let's do that. Okay, so this is going to be quite an easy fight because I outnumber the enemy, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, they have some peasants and spear, like a warband type thing, and I have much better troops than they do. Okay, so let's go in and fight. Okay. Now, at this point you can wait for the weather to change if you want. Okay, but the weather is fine at the moment, so let's just begin the deployment. Now on this stage, you see these large red lines and this grey line here. Now within this red line is where I can deploy my troops, so I can move them freely in this area here, but I can't actually deploy outside there. Okay, it's the same with the other army. So I'm just going to deploy all of my infantry there. I'm not going to use my velites, they can stay there for now. And with my cavalry, I'm going to put them over here, so you can charge around the back here, and then charge up through here and attack the enemy from behind. And my infantry can charge up the middle there. Okay, so let's start the battle. Okay, up here you have advisors. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that guy's an advisor. He's a military advisor. So he'll advise you on military aspects of the game and stuff. But he only ever tells you, you know, general stuff. Like, yeah. They're basically the tutorial, I suppose. Well, there is a tutorial sort of section of this game, but they're kind of the main campaign's version of the tutorial. So I generally ignore them. Okay. Now, Hastati are pretty much medium infantry. Even though it says light infantry, there basically is no medium infantry, but they are actually medium infantry, if you get me. It's either light or heavy infantry, but they're more on the heavy side of the light infantry, because they've got quite a bit of armour on, so yeah. Now we'll get to see some heavy infantry later on. And Hastati are throwing this spears. Not every unit can do this, but Hastati do. And also all of the guys look exactly the same as well. My cavalry just mopping up the last of the peasants. See what I mean? The peasants are just terrible. So I'll soon be able to attack the warband from behind. Okay. Now, okay, it's kind of gone weird there. Now the reason why I just won is because I destroyed all of the peasants, and these warband here on the rebel side have started to rout, which means they're running away, and that means that you automatically win if the entire enemy army is either killed off or are running away. So we've got victory. Now we can either continue the battle or end the battle. If you continue the battle, you can kill off the enemy army, but that's only really useful if it's a battle from outside of a town or city. Because if you attack the city, then the troops of the enemy are killed off anyway, so you won't have any other like stragglers reforming and rebuilding the army essentially. So I'm going to end the battle. Okay, this is the result screen. Now, my army was led by Flavius Julius. We had 319 men, and we killed 94 of the enemy, and we have 316 men remaining. And then the enemy army deployed 121 troops, killed 4 of mine, and the remaining in the enemy army is 27. Now I'm not quite entirely sure what happens to that 27, but I'm pretty sure that they'll either join in with the local population of the settlement or be killed off. I'm not quite sure. Okay, now if this was a battle outside of a settlement, then those 27 troops will probably run away and reform and come back as another army. Okay, but they won't, as it's inside a settlement. Okay, so continue. Okay, now here we can choose to occupy this settlement, enslave the settlement, or exterminate them. Now, I only ever exterminate if I'm low on money, and I rarely ever enslave the population, just because enslaving the population basically means that you'll get like more money over the course of the next few turns, but like then the amount will go less. It'll take a dramatic downfall. If you occupy the settlement, then it'll just stay normal. It'll be like, an average amount of gold income from taxes and trade and stuff like that. And then if you exterminate the population, that not only kills population off, which are used to create troops in the settlement, but it also means that you get a lot of gold there and then low taxes for quite a while. Okay, so I'm going to occupy the settlement. Okay, so our Senate mission was successful, and we have been gifted 5,000 denarii. Okay, so I'm gonna build a few things with the settlement. I'm gonna build a palisade, barracks, and a trader for now. Leave the rest of that for now. Now the Gauls have an army on my border right there, as you can see. I don't think they're going to attack. I think that's just there because. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my generals plus some infantry, and in this game you can put armies onto boats. Now you don't need any specific boat, you just need a boat, at least one boat, to be able to put any sized army onto there. And then you get to sail over the ocean to wherever you want to go, say over to this island, which is where I'm going in a second. Okay. Now this whole thing is going to be like a playthrough, I suppose. If you like the video, please do give it a thumbs up. Yeah, go on. I've yes, comment and like if you enjoy. I don't know why I'm saying that now because I'm not ending the video here, but yeah. Now end turn, I suppose.